Today's video will be talking about Alex Pereira's hacker situation and the abysmal situation that the UFC has put us fans in with these fight nights and pay-per-views upcoming. But let's get straight into it. Alex Pereira said, "I have always answered the UFC's calls, but if they want to play with me, we can do that. I have never spoken poorly of the UFC. With what I have just heard, I am disheartened. I have already had thoughts of not fighting anymore. After what was relayed to me, this may be the start." Alex Pereira saved multiple events last year, arguably the biggest star in the UFC right now. And then this is what he
Bom,
said.
pessoal, pô, recebi aqui um monte de mensagem aqui da galera falando aqui que viu mensagem no meu Twitter e, pô, eu nem sabia que tinha sido hackeado porque faz tempo que eu não...
I would just like to say, if you're a hacker and you put all your effort, or you put a lot of effort into hacking into Alex Pereira's Twitter or whatever it was a tweet, but would you not post a crypto coin? Would you not try and monetize that situation when you have an account with someone with millions of followers? That's usually what these hackers do in this situation. This makes it more seem like the UFC has lowballed Alex Pereira, arguably the biggest star in the UFC right now, and Alex Pereira has put that on Twitter, and they have seen the fan backlash and have given in to Alex's demands. But because it's obvious they are not trying to give Magomed a better fight than Alex. They are not trying to get Magomed Yeri. They're not trying to get Magomed Jones. It's Magomed Alex. They know that's what they're going to do. That's what they want. They don't want Magomed with the belt. So it's obvious that after Alex has lost his championship, now they are trying to lowball him or not give him pay-per-view points when he is the biggest star in this situation. And it has happened multiple times before. Conor McGregor, Eddie Alvarez, just an example. There's many more where the biggest star has earned more. Sean O'Malley, Aljamain Sterling. You're telling me Aljamain Sterling made more than Sean O'Malley for that fight? Nah, come on, exactly. But this is horrific from the UFC. You're talking about someone that saved not one, not two, but, well, actually I think it was 2 events. 2 events last year, at least 300, and then, which one was that? Yeri 2, it was Yeri 2. Yeri the second time, on short notice. Obviously, he loses his belt, yes, but Alex Pereira is arguably the biggest star in the UFC right now. There's no one bigger than him except from Islam. That's literally it. Or I wouldn't even say Topuria is as big as a star than him. Alex Pereira has sway. They know that the only way they're selling this Magomed fight is with Alex Pereira. So why would you lowball Alex Pereira? This makes no sense. And that them lowballing Alex Pereira is what makes the most sense out of the situation that has come. But this is not even the worst of it. Every single card coming up is just not up to par. We are paying fans. We pay. Like how in the service industry, the customer is always right. We pay. We should get what we want as fans. And you look at UFC 315 this weekend, and you look at the card. It's just not a very good card. It's a mid card. And they could have saved it by having Burns and Morales on this card instead. Other people have said this as well. But why do we need 2 fight nights right after UFC 15? And then, like, why? They're both terrible fight nights. You're telling me I have to stay awake till 6 in the morning to watch one fight that I care about? Gilbert Burns versus Michael Morales. I have to stay awake till 6 a.m. to watch that. No, I ain't doing that. I actually ain't watching this. I ain't. It's got the prelims, half of it is women's fights. Half of the prelims are women's fights. Prelims automatically not. But like, then you see Jared Gordon, mate. Like, there will be some decent fights. But this is not what we should be getting. Why is Julian Erosa on the main card of a fucking fight night when he literally just beat the Damaged Elkins in such a fashion that it made me want to stop watching the fight? That fight should not have come and kept on going. But there is some good fights. Ruzaboyev, Sadiq Youssef. There's people that I want to see. Even Paul Craig, mate. Even Paul fucking Craig, mate. I want to see Paul Craig. But this should not be a fight night. If anything, Gilbert Burns, Michael Morales shouldn't be the main event. They should be a co-main event of a fight night, if anything. And then it gets even worse. It gets even worse. Like, you're telling me, yeah, why is Gamrot the co-main? Why is Gamrot not the main? I know Ludovic Klein is not ranked, but I mean, who gives a fuck about this Erin Bankfield Macy Barber fight? Like, I know I don't. And then you've got all of the rest of these people are unranked. Can we not get at least 2 fights, ranked fights on a pay-per-view, on a fight night? At least. And I say, oh, there's 3. Gamrot ain't facing a ranked fighter. Like, we can do better than this. We can. 100%. They are just giving us shit after shit. And we ain't accepting it. But then Lucas Tracy is saying, oh, just don't watch it. Just don't watch the UFC. What else am I meant to do, mate? What else am I meant to do? I love watching the UFC. I'm not just not going to watch the UFC because they're giving me shit cards. Like, even in boxing, mate. Even in boxing, half their cards are shit. Unless they put on an absolute performance. But that's only really Inuit in the boxing scene. Or people that really, really want it. Once you get to the top in the boxing scene, all they want to do is make the money and keep their good record. But that's what UFC is turning into. And Dana White promoting boxing all the time instead of the UFC is not helping. He is our president and he has paid 20M a year, and he doesn't promote the UFC. He promotes Power Slap more. I'll get, like, give anyone that 20 mil, fire Dana. He is not needed. But then you look at the next pay-per-view after UFC 315, O'Malley Merab. We all knew that was going to happen. The only other decent fight from Merab other than that is Pantoja, and they don't like Pantoja enough to give him that double belt chance. So then Kayla Harrison, Juliana Pena. Now, this won't actually be too bad of a fight. It could be, but it's got some hype around it. They chat shit. It'll be some hype. It's not too bad. But why is Kevin Holland, Vincent Luque the feature fight? What, mate? What, Kevin? Like, I know it's literally because Kevin Holland's a recognisable name, but he ain't even ranked anymore. He ain't even ranked. This fight should be on the prelims. The prelims, brother, not on their main card. And then Kevin Gastelum, Joe Python, ain't ranked. That should be on the prelims. End the prelims with that. It should not be on the main card of a pay-per-view in 2025. Marlon Vera. Oh, mate, they haven't even finished making the card. What am I going on about? There ain't any prelims. It's just they've announced some fights. Mate, to be fair, this ain't too bad of a card. Joshua Van, that's a good fight. Johnny Walker, good fight. Women's fight, don't care about. Marlon Vera, Batista, that's a decent fight. There are some decent fights. But this is a couple weeks away. Why do we not know every fight that's going on? Why do we not know anything about UFC International Fight Week? It's obviously because they're waiting to see who JDM wins. But this should not be allowed. It's 6 weeks away. It is 6 weeks away. We need to be promoting the sport properly. We need to be promoting the sport properly, especially if you're having shit events like these. This one, pretty decent, to be fair. I was wrong about that. UFC 316 is looking pretty decent, but they haven't even finished putting the card together yet. But let me know what you think. Is the UFC getting worse and worse? Is there anything we can do to stop it? And should Dana White be fired in a bit?